Hi guys. Okay, this video is about basically something that's happened recently. That's gonna be the main piece. That's gonna be like the first thing I say is gonna be all about that. And I'm just got a quick side note at the end of the video, which I'll probably just like put like a little annotation thing in. So basically, you don't have to watch it all. It's just literally my opinion on something. So the main piece of information I want to talk about today is recently there's been a video come out on YouTube, and it's Connor Franta's coming out video, which is like very sweet in a way. It's really cute. Um, so I basically agree with all the things he says in the video, and I understand why he's done it. Because when you're in the public eye, even if it's just on YouTube, you want people to kind of, it's intimate, but it's not intimate. So for example, you don't know much about your fans unless like they share it on Twitter, but they know a hell of a lot about you. So for example, Connor Franta has a massive fan base, and they all follow him because he's Connor. Like he was part of O2L, and people have enjoyed his videos, so people follow him for that reason, and have continued following him after he's left O2L. But with this coming out video, I'm wondering how many subscribers he might lose. But I don't think he'll lose that many, to be honest. Personally, he's done quite a good job, and he's still himself. People don't realize that. Like people, when people start like gay bashing, it's when people come out as transgender, gay, whatever, or even asexual, they don't realize just how it doesn't change them really. The only thing that changes people is when people put stereotypes on people and then they become the stereotypes. But like people haven't done that. For example, Connor Franta probably won't do that. Many people I know haven't done it. It's just the point. It's something people need to get over. It's not a everyday situation that someone changes themselves just because they came out. But I agree totally with everything that's in the video. For example, he talks about he talks about the questioning period he had, where for most of his life he's never wanted to admit it. So he's just laid it in bed and been like, I don't know what to think about this. And people have that in reality. It's like never has a true word been said about that, because people seem to forget that whenever they either come out or make like it gets better video. They seem to forget that moment where people are always like cautious about themselves. They were just like, I was born like this. But then people don't realize you might have been born like that, but there was a period where you wanted to fit in, and maybe being straight was the fit way you can fit in, whereas now you realize you don't want to. So I kind of agree with that totally. Well, I totally agree with that, not kind of. And then like I totally agree with him coming out because he's in the public eye. He has to. So congratulations for doing it as well. Congratulations for coming out, because it's a very brave thing to do, especially online. And also, if you haven't told certain people, they'll find out through online, and it's kind of dangerous to do that in a way because people feel a bit like upset, but a little shocked. But at the same time, it's a way of doing it. And I understand that the internet nowadays makes stuff so much easier and so much quicker to do, but which is kind of a bad thing, but it's also a good thing because nowadays you can be far more personal with more people, and people can understand you for who you are, and you can get a point across. For example, his point across is he's not changing, he's still him, and he's just said literally like what he said at the end of the video. He's just giving another piece of information about his life, which the audience needs to learn at some point. But yeah, congratulations to that. Congratulations to him for that. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to everyone who comes out on YouTube, because it's a scary thing to do when you tell people. You just sit there like, what do I say? Like personally, like I haven't come out officially. So what, this is like coming out video? No thanks. But like the dog is yawning. But I basically told people personally. So like, for example, if you're an old friend of mine and you see me recently, I've probably said it to you, or you've mentioned it and I've talked about it. Or if you're a new friend, I pretty much just tell you upfront. But I've never really believed in me. I've never wanted to come out publicly. But when you have to talk about things like this, you pretty much put your own opinion into it, and that's what I'm doing right now. So yes, most of you guys knew anyway, and there'll be one or two people who'll be like, because I'll probably share this on Facebook, and you'll be like, I never knew. Why didn't you tell me? I'm like, I'm sorry. Quick side note with the Connor Franta thing. Basically, people should go watch the Tyler Oakley videos, because he did a collab with him before he'd come out. Literally, I think it was this year. I'd have to recheck because I feel like I've watched it this year. But basically, it's the same day he done the tarantula video with Tyler Oakley, where they're holding tarantulas and they're freaking. But he's done a video on his channel where it's a bit calmer and it's a bit funnier because it's like relaxed. and it seems like Tyler nearly outs him, which is kind of unusual because he's talking about Tyler's friends kind of find him attractive, and then Connor kind of sits there like, and he's like, I don't know how to feel about this, and you can kind of see that like his face kind of switch from being like really comfortable to being I don't want to touch this subject, and then it kind of go comfortable again, pretty much like anyone who's closeted in like school where they're just like a friend will like make a gay joke, and they'll just sit there like like that, which is I've seen it firsthand, and I've done it as well. Oh, but I feel sorry for people who that happens to actually, but you can kind of see it there, and it all makes sense now looking back. But at the same time, respect to him for being him, and I understand from watching the video that he was curious. Basically, he was on the fence for quite a while, so it makes sense. And then that's pretty much my rant done about Connor. Well, it's not even a rant; it's just like a rant of Connor Franta. Congratulations to him. Well done, Shane Dawson, for pretty kind of predicting it on his podcast some time ago, where he was saying he's kind of different from the all the other O2L members. I may be saying that quite wrong, and that he might have just been saying he's different attitude. But from what I remember, he pretty much did pinpoint that he's different from the other O2L members, which is true. So like, he's got a good judge of character, Shane. Jeez. And then my final side note is I haven't posted so much shit on this channel for ages, which means people probably will stop looking at it even more. I'll probably have like one person look at it in the next 10 years and be like, it still exists. So yeah, the final side note is this channel is just going to be for me like personal use. So I'll look back at the videos in the past and be like, oh, they're cute. Or just me venting like I am now. So I'll share it to Facebook and vent and tell people shit, and then they can have a look and be like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's not like a big channel. It wasn't in the first place, but I'm not trying stuff now. I've gotten over the phase of like trying to do stuff on it. So it's just literally for my own enjoyment and not giving a crap. So yeah, thanks to this guys. If you watch this in the morning, have a good day, and if not, have a good sleep. See you all soon, and that was my rant.